I don't think that the volume confirmation comes in for the head and shoulders, okay? But I do believe that we have volume confirmation for a beautiful, beautiful cup and handle. Hey guys, Krisha here. Please be cautious of any fake comments and emails you may receive from people pretending to be Mango Research. Sean and I will never, ever contact you for investment opportunities or anything of that sort. To get in touch with the real Mango team, make sure to join our official Discord chat using the link in the description below. Stay safe out there, and remember, do it Mango. And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's analysis on Bitcoin and just Bitcoin. I have Sean with me today. Sean, say hi.
Good morning, everyone, and Krisha. Bitcoin doing Bitcoin things. So we are seeing that resistance of that 4-day time frame as predicted. But now the question is, will the weekly step in? Right over there, Krisha, that Tenkin coming in as support. Are we going to hold, or will Bitcoin fold?
Oh, that rhyme. That was actually a really good one. Damn.
I come up with these once in a while.
But no, I'm seeing a lot of confluence on this level. However, before we get into the meat of this, I just want to let you guys know that we will be covering an altcoin later on today. So definitely tune in for that. Of course, if you're in the Discord chat, you will get notified.
Oh, by the way, guys, make sure you do join the Discord chat, because we've been getting a lot of complaints that YouTube has not been giving people notifications when we do publish the second video of the day, right? So we've been covering like a second altcoin video recently, and people have not been getting notified. So if you guys do want that notification, join the Discord. If you guys do have Telegram, join our Telegram too. We do have a link down below for both of those, right? It's our old Telegram channel that is now a notification channel for our videos.
Yeah, pretty much.
Go ahead and join that downstairs.
Yes, sirree. But yeah, tune in for the altcoin of the day. We will decide which one, but I promise it will not be disappointing. We only pick the nice ripe altcoins. Cool beans. Now here we are, Bitcoin. Now I do believe that Bitcoin is on the edge. Now, of course, edge could mean we could either see a bounce here, or hell, we could see a dump, right? Now Sean just mentioned this beautiful weekly Tenkin. Now we're seeing confluence on this current point of support, right? This support, guys, comes in at around $47,000, give or take. Okay, we're gonna round up. So $47,000. We have the weekly Tenkin sitting there. If you're looking at the 4-day, notice how close that 4-day Kijun is coming up to price right there. That is also our green box territory that we extrapolated from some of those higher time frames, and we saw this as a zone of resistance for Bitcoin, right? And notice how we've yet to really get that confirmation of this over the zone. So right now, yes, we're testing the bottom threshold. Okay, so now this is the 4-day time frame. Let's get on over to the 3-day time frame. And what do you see there? Once again, guys, confluence. So now this is a major region of contention. I'm going to go ahead, knock off those horizontals. Sean, we have the Kijun on the 3-day sweeping in here as well. So weekly Tenkin, 4-day Kijun, 3-day Kijun. How about the 2-day? Right? For that, let's go ahead and put on the 10 SMA. And what do you know? We have the 2-day 10 simple moving average there as well.
That's a good one, because we've been getting picked up on that recently, especially when we do see confluence over there, right? So right over here, we're seeing confluence on the 2-day 10 SMA and the 2-day 21 EMA. Over here, 2-day 10 SMA, 2-day Kijun. Now at the moment, we don't have confluence directly over here, but you can extrapolate from price action, right? Previous price action right over here. You can draw in the old Kijun, the flat line, right? That's coming in right over there. And you guys know I do like extrapolating from the cloud levels and the Kijun. So yeah, that is a good level on the 2-day time frame, confluencing with the 4-day, weekly, and the 3-day. But I believe we are top of the cloud too on the daily time frame. Yes,
and
we
boom.
are. There we go, right? So yeah, there's a lot of confluence over here, Krisha. But we could wick down a little bit and still hold all of these levels by the end of these daily candle closes, because the daily is closing in 18 hours, the 2 days closing in 18 hours, the 3 days closing in 2 days and 19 hours. What about the 4-day? The 4 days closing in 2 days and 19 hours. So we have a daily candle close coming up, and we have a 2-day candle close coming up, right? So those are going to be the 2 time frames I watch. Okay, so what are your thoughts now, Krisha?
Well, that's the thing, right? So you're saying that we could see a wick down. How about if we see that candle body close, right?
Okay.
I'll be looking for that close, honestly, guys. Okay, I want to see confirmation from the bears because of how aggressive this weekly trend has been. I am going to be looking for confirmation from the bears. I want to see a nice, clean, clear close underneath that level right there. Okay, once again, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my horizontals. This guys comes in at around $47,000. Okay, so just if you just want to get a good visual on that, get on over to your 2-day time frame and put on your 10 simple or even your daily, and just look at the cloud level. Okay, that is cloud support as well, so we can see that this is a very, very strong region. Now, it's only when we start living underneath that region does things actually start getting interesting. Okay, because Sean, I'm gonna clear out my chart. I want to knock off that cloud because we actually brought up this pattern play, right? Yesterday, which is a rising sort of wedge or rising channel. And if you look at the measured move of this rising channel, I'm gonna go ahead, plot it on the break. Where does that take us down to? It takes us down to that beautiful green box territory. Right, and now notice how that was a critical level for us even on the weekly time frame. Just gonna go ahead, put on my cloud. We have the 21 EMA swinging in there. Put on that beautiful, beautiful dynamic, and look at the dynamic. Okay, so I'm seeing
So it's
that
basically
bullish.
saying any moves towards the dynamic now is going to be a bid, or rather any high low that we can catch should be longed for a longer term position based on the weekly time frame.
Now I have a question for you. Now I saw something very, very cool on the 4-hour time frame, and I was wondering, do you think that price could see, if we do break 47,000, we get that close below for 47,000. Do you think that price could see a pickup before the green box territory?
I don't know about that. That's a tough one to answer. The dynamic makes me want to say yes. We are likely to get picked up one more time. The thing is, right, what I think doesn't really matter. You got to play your edge. Each time we've come down to test the dynamic, we have bounced, right?
Yes.
And that is edge right over there. That being said, that monthly is coming up really soon. So a lot can happen that could cause a lot of noise before that monthly close. This zone over here is so tempting. I almost wanted to come down there so that I could get that bid, right? But again, when it does come down on over to the dynamic, I'm thinking, damn, do I want to miss this opportunity to buy? So I'll have to make that decision myself when the time comes. I do want to highlight something, Krisha. I do want to highlight something. Like, I've talked about this pattern through the bullish regard and the bearish regard many times, right? When you have this rising channel and the rounded formation towards the end of the channel, the same could happen towards the downside, where you have a falling channel, and then you start rounding up at the bottom before we break towards the upside, correct? Well, we're seeing that over here. We are rounding up, right? And now, is that the break? Is that the break? You have seen something now on the lower time frames that may indicate a pattern within a pattern, right? We have a rising channel, and you pointed out a sort of cup and handle channel, or inverted cup and handle channel.
Yes.
On the 4 time frame.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at that, and you can show us what you're seeing over here.
Okay, so I mean, for those of you who dig patterns as much as I do, I'm pretty sure you guys already see it right off the bat. I'm sure a lot of people are looking at this as a head and shoulders pattern. While it does have, like, the sort of the psychology behind it, I don't think that the volume confirmation comes in for the head and shoulders, okay? But I do believe that we have volume confirmation for a beautiful, beautiful cup and handle. And if you just take the measured move, I'm going to go ahead and plot it right here. And it appears that, we're testing that neckline. I'm actually going to take the wicks because I'm taking the wick right here, okay? And I'm going to draw out the measured move for this beautiful cup and handle. And now, I'm going to go ahead and plot out that measured move. And where does that take us down to?
That takes us
43.5K.
yeah. So this is essentially what... So if you guys watched yesterday's video, and if you didn't, I recommend you guys do, because we did talk about a couple of ideas that you can combine with this, right? That has a lot of confluence. We can essentially line this up with that divergence play that we talked about, right? The bearish divergence play that may flip into bullish divergence. We talked about that idea. In fact, I want to give a shout out to Neo, who also mentioned that idea while watching the oscillator module in the C program, right? He hadn't watched, I don't think he had watched the daily video yet, and he brought this up. He's like, hey Sean, wouldn't this play out like this and like this and like that. And I'm like, huh, that's exactly what I mentioned in today's video. So good to have you figure these things out yourself, right? So I don't know. Anyways, a little bit off track over there, but that being said, we talked about how we may come down and test this level over here, right? And if we do get picked up over there, Kusha, if we do see that bounce, then suddenly that daily bearish divergence that we're seeing play out now may actually flip into, will we do that? Yeah, we will flip. It's already actually turning into bullish divergence, Krisha. As long as we start closing candles above this region, right?
Yeah.
It is turning into bullish divergence, right? So there we go. We're seeing it play out right now. In fact, if we get picked up on the daily 21 EMA, or we get picked up on the daily dynamic on the break towards the downside, that will turn into bullish divergence. So we could come all the way down to that daily dynamic. Now I'm even more likely to say, yes, you know what? We are likely to get picked up before we meet that green box territory. So this bid over here around 40,000, 42,000, we may not see it.
Yeah. And as far as the macro is concerned, I know people want to know our thoughts on what what we are seeing on the macro. Guys, weekly time frame, I'm looking at the weekly. Weekly is looking freaking strong. It is looking spectacular here. However, I think prudence is going to be necessary because we need to see that ebb and flow of price action. Now, what I'm going to be looking for is that, okay, we saw this crazy, beautiful move to the upside. The bulls really showing up, taking Bitcoin all the way up to its breakdown point. However, we have yet to confirm over the breakdown point. It's confirming over that breakdown point that is really going to give us that tip off on this trend wanting to continue. Okay, but now what I'll be looking for here is for the bulls to set in that ebb and flow. We're looking for that series of higher highs, higher lows. We're looking for a trend. So far, that trend has yet to really be established. We only have one high, Sean. We have not really set in a higher low just yet.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's essentially what we'll be looking for. But I think that the bulls have the edge in this particular juncture. Any thoughts on this macro?
Nope. I think you covered the weekly well. The monthly is definitely where I think our eyes need to be on leading into this monthly close. We could see that move down to this region over here that you marked out, Krisha, which lines up with the daily dynamic. Also, the daily 21 EMA is coming in a little bit higher, so keep an eye out for that as well. We could see a move down there and then a quick bounce up towards the monthly close, right? So we could essentially postulate a scenario where we see the breakdown of your cup and handle, okay, and then bounce back up almost immediately, and then the monthly close fine. So be very careful of looking for that follow through on this rising wedge leading into that monthly close, because there's going to be something happening towards that monthly close.
Yes.
We can, if we close bearish on the monthly, well, then we can play the low high, right? Let's say we close somewhere around here underneath Krisha's green box territory, then this is a short opportunity towards the downside.
Awesome. And yeah, you guys have our thoughts on Bitcoin. Now we will be getting we'll be covering another altcoin later today, so definitely tune in for that one. And with this, guys, trade safely, trade stress free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao
Ciao, guys.